What's up, Calvin? Good to see you. I said David Montgomery is a really good back, but Jahmyr Gibbs is special. When you look at both those running backs, do you see it that way, that David is a really good running back, but Jahmyr is he's just really special?
I mean, I was excited when we got David from Chicago, but I've seen Jahmyr ever since he came out of high school, went to Georgia Tech, went to Alabama, and to bring that elite level of speed here, I mean, it's a pleasure for me to get to see it every Sunday.
Absolutely.
I said on the pregame show, this is the loudest building that we've been at in 2 years, before the game. Has it been like that all year here?
It's been like that all year. There might have been one game where the fans weren't really in tune, but, hey, they're bringing their A game, and I can only imagine it's going to get louder over here. Hey, and I mean, this is the first, we haven't been in this position. This is uncharted territory for these fans, for all of us. So, the excitement's just running high right now, and I expect it to be even louder.
Talk about Jameson Williams and what you see from him. You being a Hall of Fame wide receiver and his potential.
Well, I mean, the elite level of speed, again, that he brings, obviously, there's a level of toughness that comes with it, but he can make plays down the field. We got to be able to stretch the field. We can run the ball, we can stretch the field. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're able to put up points. Our defense is able to do what they're doing. They're just plugging and playing after all these injuries.
But he's evolved as a wide receiver. He's not just a deep threat. He's going across the middle, catching slants, doing reverses.
I mean, that's the level of grit that this team has. Dan isn't just going to have a guy like that playing on the outside. He's going to get him thoroughly involved. You got to get the ball in this guy's hands all the time.
You've been around this city, this franchise for a long time. What is most impressive? Watching Dan Campbell lead this group and then this type of performance tonight, knowing how big this game was.
I played with Dan my first 2 years in the league. I got to see the type of player that he is. He surrounded himself with great coaches on his staff. You got guys that want to learn because they got guys that have been there and done that, and the guys that bought in. Not only that, we got a fan base that that is hungry for this. So you combine those two things, and we don't have a ceiling right now.
The thing I look at today too, we know what this offense is all about. They've been scoring 30 points a game all year. But when the defense plays like they played today, what do you say about the defense today?
Like I say, it's been plug and play. We've had guys go down, but, kudos to this coaching staff for having these guys ready to play each and every week. It's phenomenal for me to see, and it just builds my confidence, everybody in the city's confidence. Each and every week we get to see these guys come out and play.
You got a chance to tell the owners why Aaron Glenn should be a head coach. Could you please tell him why he should be a head coach?
I'm going to tell you why I don't want him to be a head coach. I want to see how long this thing can last here in Detroit. But no, Aaron Glenn, he's phenomenal. He's a leader. Just like Dan, man, he has a level of grit. He's played in this league. He knows what it takes, and guys buy into that. I was fortunate to have a coach in Sean Jefferson that played in this league. So when you have those kind of examples in front of you, guys are going to buy in. Guys bought in a year and a half ago, and just since then, we've just been elevating the whole time.
We've seen you on the sideline every time we come. Barry's here. What does this kind of year mean to you guys as former Lions and alumni?
I was on the team when we went 0-16. I got a lot of pride, not only obviously in this team, but in this city. We went 0-16. They were still here. They have never ceased to show up. I feel like we have one of the best fan bases because Michigan, they just love their sports in general. But when it comes to football, hands down, this is its town. This is a football town. And to have success like this, like we're having right now, you can feel the energy day in, day out.
And for me, I'm really excited that when we come to these games to be able to see Barry, to be able to see you. How excited are you that they're welcoming you guys back here and want y'all to be part of what's going on?
It's amazing, from Sheila on down, the whole team, the administration, Brad, Dan, their families, they invite us back. They want to see us here. And it's awesome for us just as players to come and just share anything you can with these guys.
I'm thinking back to when Jared Goff was sent out of L.A. They sent him packing, and they sent him off to Detroit, across the country, and he arrives, and it's a bad football team. What's caught your attention watching him lead this turnaround?
Just his level of consistency. The guy, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And if you have a quarterback, he's more than a game manager. He manages the game, obviously, but he makes plays with his arms. He has a big arm. And then you surround him with playmakers, as we've done. Brad Holmes, those guys have done a great job of putting a great team together. Obviously, we saw it before in L.A., and they're doing it here.
Brian Flores, we know he brings a lot of different things from Minnesota, the pressure standpoint. I thought they did a great job tonight handling the blitz. Every time he saw it, getting rid of it, just getting it to the right guy, it was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he doesn't make mistakes. Yeah, we had 2 turnovers, but, I mean, look at the score at the end of the day. If we could have 2 turnovers and still win a game this big against such a formidable opponent like this, I mean, hey, good luck to everybody else.
You played with Matthew Stafford. How is Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff very similar in terms of their leadership?
I mean, quiet guys, but they have a presence on the field. You know, they're great teammates, and the fact that they hang out with their teammates, they communicate with their teammates. That's the biggest thing you can hope for in a quarterback, just that he wants to communicate, that he's able to communicate with you, get everybody on the same page, and, you know, just a good guy in general. Both of them, great guys.
Calvin, I grew up in this area. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I was 2 years old the last time the Lions won a championship. Is this a year? Is this the year it finally breaks?
Hey, every week, like I say, my confidence grows more and more. We knew at the beginning of the season the hard thing is going to be being healthy for, 17 games they play now? Oh, yeah. We haven't been healthy. On offense, we've been relatively healthy, but on defense, like I say, the more and more that they were able to win with the guys just coming in, they say off the street, but from different teams and whatnot, I mean, it just continues to build our confidence, and, you know, you can feel it. You can feel it.
How do you feel like they've been able to continue that? Because they lost all those DBs, Hutchinson, McNeil. They lost some of their best players on defense. They have 12 guys, 12 defenders on the IR. How have they been able to overcome this and then perform like that?
I just go back to the coaching. You know, those guys, like all the preparation during the week, detailed preparation. I can try to go to practices every now and then, and just the intenseness of these practices, even though they might not be hidden, but the focus that you see in the players' eyes. But a lot of that comes from knowing what to do, especially the new guys that come in. The coaches getting them ready, and, you know, like I say, hands down, these great coaches this year. I mean, last couple of years, but great job of coaching this year.
Final question. Any advice you've given Amon-Ra St. Brown as he now takes that baton from you, the great ones in this building?
Man, I told him when we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, I was like, man, just be available. Be available to put in the work. Be available to be a great teammate. If you do those things, man, just make yourself available. Plays will come to you. You know, you do it in practice every week. It's going to translate to the game, and he's been doing that, man. He's as consistent as they come right now.
Yeah, he takes pride in making sure that he's healthy, and he takes care of his body.
Yes, sir.
They never stop doing this, do they? They just chant Jared Goff 24/7.
You hear it on TV at away games.
Yeah,
you do.
I heard it downstairs when I was in a hotel. Jared Goff.
I love it.
Am I dreaming about this stuff?
I mean, I love, you know, we had a trade. I love that Matthew, first year he left here and went and won the Super Bowl. But I looked up and I was like, shoot, this guy's been to a Super Bowl already.
Oh, yeah.
He's been there. He kind of knows what it takes.
Absolutely.
And he brought that here. And so, like I say, just, hey, stay healthy.
Hall of Famer. We really appreciate you coming out and spending a little bit of time with us.
It's good to see you.
Thank you, Calvin. This is fantastic.
And all I got to say is, how the heck you going to guard a guy like this? Look at this. I'm considered a big DB.
Coming out, Calvin.
Hey.
So good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.